In this video, we are going to learn a prose from Unit 1, Idga. The title of the prose is Idga. This prose was written by Munshi Premchand. Who is the author of this prose? Munshi Premchand. His original name was Dhanpat Roy Srivastava. Dhanpat Roy Srivastava. He was an Indian writer famous for his modern Hindi-Urdu literature. That means he has written many works in Hindi and Urdu languages. Okay. He has written so many novels, short stories and dramas. Also, he has translated many foreign works into Hindi. Writers referred him as Ubanyas Samrat. That means emperor among novelists. Other writers considered him as an emperor among novelists. Now, let's see the chapter Idga. What do you mean by Id? Yes, Id is a Muslim festival, right? It is a festival of breaking the fast. Fast means Varadam, okay? It is a festival of breaking the fast. It is celebrated by Muslims all over the world. This chapter begins with the line, "How wonderful and beautiful was the morning of Eid." That means the morning of Eid festival seems too beautiful. The leaves of the trees seems too fresh. The field is ready to celebrate the Eid festival. And also the sky was glowing in pink. The sun seems more brighter to wish this Eid festival. The people in the villages are in great eager to celebrate the Eid festival. So they get up early in the morning to go to Idga. What do you mean by Idga? Yes, open air space for performing Eid prayers. Okay, this is Idga. The boys were very eager to celebrate this festival. So, they were talking about this festival all the time. And finally, the Eid festival day came. Now, they were impatient. What do you mean by impatient? பொறுமையே கிடையாது. Okay, they were not patient. Often they were taking the savings, that means they were taking out their money from their pockets and then they were counting and recounting it. Thus Mahmud counted and he has 12 coins. Mohsin has 15 coins. With these small savings they thought to buy countless things. That means they wished to buy toys, sweets, etc. Among these boys, there was a boy named Hamid. He was a poor boy. He was only 4 years old. But he seems very thin and he dressed like a poor boy. 1 year back, his father died of cholera. Later, his mother also died. Now, he has no father, no mother. So, he was living with his old granny Amina. What was the name of his granny? Amina, okay. Among all those boys, he seems very happy. His happiness was compared to a lark. What do you mean by lark? Vanampadi paravai, okay. This is lark. He seems very happy like a lark. That's why his happiness was compared to a lark, okay. Hamid has no father, no mother, but he was happy. Do you know what made him so happy? Actually, Hamid doesn't know that his parents were died. His granny told him that his father had gone to earn money and his mother had gone to Allah. Allah is the God of Muslims, okay. His mother had gone to Allah to get gifts for Hamid. Actually, this made him so happy, okay. Hamid had no shoes. The cap on his head was soiled and tattered. Soiled means dirty, stained, okay, allukanadu. Tattered means old and torn. Torn is the past participle form of tear, okay. Tear, tore, torn. The cap on his head was soiled and tattered. That means dirty and torn. He thought that his father will come back with a sack of silver and his mother will come back with the gifts from Allah. Then he will be richer than his friends. Who are his friends? Mahmud, Mohsin, Nuri and Sami. Okay. So that Hamid was very happy. On the other side, Hamid's granny Amina was very sad. Why was she sad? Because she didn't have any grains. Grains means thaniyangal, okay? These are grains. She didn't have anything to cook. Though it was Eid festival, she didn't have anything to eat. When his son was with her, here son refers to Hamid's father, okay? When his son was with her, they enjoyed the Eid festival a lot. Hamid said his granny, Granny, I will be the first to get back. Don't worry. But Amina worried a lot because other boys were going out with their fathers to the fair. But Hamid has to go all the way alone. That's why Amina worried a lot. But Hamid went with the other boys. Though he was very happy, on the way he ran. Then he reached the suburbs of the town. That means they reached the outer areas of the town. Suburbs means outer areas. Okay. In the outer areas of the town, there were big houses on both sides of the road. In the gardens, mango and lychee trees were full of fruits. Then they came across the shops. All the shops were well decorated. Each and every store had a lot of sweets. Soon, the roads were highly crowded. Some people were on tongas. This is tongas. Okay, what do you mean by tongas? A light carriage drawn by one horse. They have a canopy over the carriage with a single pair of large wheels. That means kudira iluthu chelum irandu chakkara vandi. Okay, this is tongas. And some people were on ekas. Ekas means this is ekas. Okay, comparing tongas and ekas, ekas is the oldest one. Okay, and some people were in motor cars. All the people were in great excitement. Everything in the town was wonderful for the village people, right? Whatever things they saw, they stood and looked at it with wonder. They looked at it for a minute. At last, they reached Idgah. At Idgah, there were worshippers standing row upon row. These village people lined themselves behind them. That means they lined behind the people who were standing there. Okay. The prayer was over and men embraced each other. What do you mean by embrace? Holding a person as a mark of affection. Okay, this is embracing. After this prayer, everyone went to the sweet and toy vendors' stores. Vendor means one who sells goods for money. Okay. Then there was a merry-go-round with wooden elephants, horses and camels. If they pay 1 paisa, then they can have 25 rounds of fun. Mahmud, Mohsin, Nuri and other boys had merry-go-round on the horses and camels. But Hamid watched all these things from a distance. He had only 3 paisas. So, he was not ready to waste the money by having fun on merry-go-rounds. What do you mean by merry-go-rounds? Okay, this is merry-go-rounds. Okay. Later, it was the time for toys. So, everyone went to the toy shop. All the kinds of toys like soldiers and milkmaids, kings and ministers, water carriers and washerwomen, and holy men were there in the shop. Okay, all these kinds of toys are there in the shop. Mahmud, Mohsin, and Nuri bought the toys for 2 paisas. Mahmud bought a policeman in khaki with a red turban on his head and a gun on his shoulder. But Mohsin bought a water carrier and Nuri bought a lawyer. Hamid had only 3 paisas, but he didn't buy any expensive toys. Though he wished to hold such toys in his hands, he didn't waste the money on such expensive toys. Okay. Then everyone moved to sweet shop. Some children bought sesame seed candy. Some bought gulab jamuns and some others bought halwa. Hamid didn't buy anything. He just watched all those things. Next to the sweet shops, there were hardware stores and jewelry shops. Hardware store means a shop where they can sell tools, nails, pans, etc. Okay. Except Hamid, all other boys walked away from there because they were not interested to buy anything from those shops. Hamid saw a pair of tongs from hardware store. What do you mean by tongs? Idki, okay. This is tongs. Actually, his granny Amina didn't have a pair of tongs. Whenever she cooked chapatis, the iron pan burnt her hands. So, he decided to buy a pair of tongs because it will be a useful thing to have in the house, right? So, Hamid asked the shopkeeper about the price of tongs. At first, the shopkeeper told that was not for him, and later he told that will cost for 6 paisa. Again, Hamid asked him to tell the correct price. The shopkeeper told 5 paisa. Then Hamid asked him to give for 3 paisa. Hamid was afraid of the shopkeeper, so that by saying this, he walked away from that place. But the shopkeeper called him and gave him the pair of tongs. Hamid carried the tongs on his shoulder like a gun. Mohsin laughed at him. Then Hamid threw the tongs on the ground and told Mohsin, "Try to throw the water carrier toy on the ground." Hamid said, "If you throw, it will break, but tongs will never break." Mahmud asked, "Are these some kind of toy?" Hamid replied that it is a toy. It is a gun if we carry it on the shoulders. We can also carry it like a musical instrument. In addition to this, he told that his tongues are like tiger among toys. What did Sammy buy? Sammy bought a small tambourine, right? This is tambourine. Its value is 8 paisas. But now Sammy asked Hamid to exchange the toys. But Hamid was not ready to exchange the toys. It's 11 o'clock now and the village was filled with excitement because the people who had gone to fair were returned. When Granny Amina heard the voice of Hamid, she ran out of the house and kissed him. Suddenly, she saw the tongs in his hand and she inquired about it. He told that he bought it for 3 paisas. He bought the tongs for 3 paisas. Granny told that it's almost noon. So, why didn't you buy anything to eat or drink than this pair of tongs? In a sad tone, Hamid told that you burn your fingers on the iron pan. So, I bought them. Granny was deeply impressed by his words. So, she started crying. For Granny, that pair of tongs was as precious as a sack of silver. That means the pair of tongs was a precious one, valuable one. Okay. This is the end of the prose Idga. I hope you understood this. Thank you.